Hello there, Jeff from Panda Pops. First real video of me in the frame. Not looking forward to this bit of it. So today I'm going to be filming a shot of me ripping out a free gearbox I've got from another 4x4 Panda, with a view of putting a 6-speed box out of the 100 HP into the 4x4 gearbox. Let's see how this goes. So this is the amazing sample I managed to pick up for free. Well, for free. Cost me £50 to get the thing pulled over here. Who knows where it's been, what it's done, but we do have a 4x4 gearbox, which a lot of you may know or may not know. They do fetch quite a bit of money on eBay, so unknown quantity in there. But we do also have, buried down in amongst my pile of other junk, a 6-speed box there off the 100 HP. My view is, and thinking, that potentially they're virtually the same gearbox, apart from the end casing. Swap over the gear sets, and I'll have a 6-speed box in the 100 HP with the obviously the transfer takeout thing that comes out the back of it for the 4-wheel drive system. So first up, guys, let's jack the car up. Make sure we get it up safely and solid on axle stands. No rushing this bit. Make sure the car's stable. If it isn't, make sure it is. So let's start pulling stuff off. Front radiator is best out of the way, just because you're wanting to work. I'm actually going to hang on to the front rad support though. I've got a future idea for that. Hub nuts, these fought me. I definitely should have done this on the ground. Definitely should have done this on the ground. Instead I'm fighting them while the car's in the air. Tap the castle nuts off. Fire and a grinder, they were properly stuck on. Again, would have been smarter to crack them before jacking it up. Great success. Right, drive shaft's out now. That was actually fairly easy compared to the hub nuts. Just crack them away from the gearbox, pop them out of the hub wheel side. Just had to drop off the bottom suspension arm bolt just to pull the hub free. CV boots are split and not secured. I will need to do a rebuild on these as missing a bearing. God knows how that happened. Now we're going to have to go full sketch. We're going to have to support the engine, because once the engine and gearbox are split, they've been held at one end. This is going to go on a low loader headed for scrap. length of wood across the top and an overaction strap to get the job done. It's not the textbook way of doing it, but it'll hold, maybe, right? We'll see. Gearbox out time. Pretty simple in theory, just all the bolts around the bell housing, every single one, including that little 10mm I missed. This is also where I punch myself in the mouth and split my lip, breaking off slip and straight into my own face. Didn't see that coming. Gearbox 1, me 0. Fortunately my garage is like a little bit off to the side of my drive, so I have to keep disappearing for tools. Maybe I should get myself a tool trolley. Anyway, back to it. sure the bolt's actually out this time. Feeling that little 10mm I missed. Finally starts to separate. A little bit of persuasion and a bit of wiggling. When you feel a little crack, it breaks free from the engine. Engine's still supported by the wood and strap. It's still slightly sketchy, but it's still holding. Slowly easing the gearbox away, making sure nothing's snagged. Sorry guys, I'll check the footage afterwards, and yeah, GoPro died. If I'm going to keep doing this properly, definitely going to find something better to record on. Anyway, on a driveway in a tight space, on my own. It's not glamorous, it's not pretty, but it's out. Looking back, one of those jobs that sounds worse than it actually is. I mean, it helps it was a scrap car, so I wasn't too worried about anything else on it. As long as you take your time, work methodically and don't rush it, don't forget bolts, punch yourself in the face. It's a fairly simple job. So that's where we're at. Gearbox is out, I've not split up a fight. I missed a 10mm and I split my lip. Definitely need to upgrade cameras, recording setup. Next step is figuring out what we're actually dealing with, what is inside the gearbox and what's not. But for now, gearbox removed, tool, trolley and a camera on the shopping list. Job done. Well, I got it out, guys. I'm not sure if the GoPro cut out or not yet. I'll check the footage. But what I've got of it, please say it was pretty sketch. Engine staying there just. Should be enough to get it back on a low loader and get it gone. Like I said, there are more ports I probably could salvage off this. The rear subframe's been changed to a standard beam at some point, so I've got no idea what's going on back there. The car is full of stuff. Let's just have a look. Oh wow, look at that. So yeah, I really don't fancy digging through all that turd fest of a mess. Is that a fancy steering wheel? Looks like it. It can stay there. Yeah. Let's just not bother with that, shall we? Gearbox is out, drive shaft's out. Really all I want to salvage from this thing. I don't want to get into pulling other bits out of it. As I said, rear subframe's gone already. That's on the standard beam. Now the fun starts. We'll see if we can get that 6-speed box into this 5-speed box I've just pulled. Fingers crossed it'll work. I've scoured the internet. Can't really see anything anywhere that tells me it won't, but then I can't see anything that tell me it will. So next video, we'll be pulling the two gearboxes apart, hopefully marrying them together and see what we can make. Thanks for watching, guys. Like I said, first time actually on camera ever. Hopefully I'll get a little bit more confident, and hopefully sort out some camera shots. Might have to crow somebody into giving me a hand filming. But again, thanks again. Stay tuned for some more shenanigans with these Pandas. Still got the track build as well. That's dependent on finding the right car to swap into it. Give me your thoughts. I've got a 1.2 lump sat here, quite interested to build that into like a high revving, super screamy 1.2 NA lump, or go the slightly easier route and less money and swapping a bath into it. Let me know what you think, guys, and thanks for watching.